Hello and welcome to Super Soul Skills. My name is Aimeen Doyle and I am your soul coach. There is a wave of energy coming in soon. Some of you may be sensitive to these changes, these shifts in the frequencies. So it starts like this unsettling new frequency, this new vibration that your physical body can sometimes interpret as anxiety. And you can feel like there's just this stressful loop going on in your head. And then it's like suddenly I felt like my gut, my first brain, my stomach was able to digest and integrate these new light codes. And I can feel, it's very subtle, but I can feel that there's a big shift happening. There's a timeline change. Now, I felt like this was just for me because it felt so personal. And then my angels intervened and said, no, especially the crystal souls, those of you who are crystals will be really, really feeling this. So I feel like whether you're a crystal or not, if you resonate with this message, if you're feeling that there's these subtle, incremental shifts in how things are feeling. And even when I went for my run this morning, there was that electricity that I feel before a big energetic change. I feel like the second half of 2021 is going to be monumental. When we look back on our life, we are certainly going to remember the events that take place in the second half of this year. I've only really noticed this in the past 24 hours, so I'm still trying to find a way to translate it. For those of you on my Telegram page, when I came back from my run, I recorded a channeled podcast because I have these moments every so often where I pick up on things weeks before events happen. I remember having this actually before the pandemic broke out and doing a video for the Blu-ray souls, calling all Blu-rays into action because there was something about to change. So when I went out for my run, everything just looked different. And that's always a sign for me as an empath, as a super sensitive. Your vibratory bodies notice, oh, there's been, the matrix has taken a new avenue or skipped a beat or shifted into a new gear. And there was that, it's actually really nice. It was really lovely. The only word I can really use is electricity in the electromagnetic field that was like a crackling, like energy is building. Like I could feel that the energy was building and building and building. And I feel like the build up to the Lion's Gate on the 8th and you know, it doesn't just stop because the 8th has passed. I mean, the 8th is, I don't go by calendars. Don't go by calendar time. I go by, there's an organic flow to the lunar cycles, to the rhythms, to the moon. But the energy since then, it's like it's been building and building and building. And it's just, I feel like it's that crackling, that electricity is like it's going to pop. It's going to pop open soon. So my spidey senses tell me that by the full moon at the end of this month, that's probably when things will come full circle, although I can't say for sure. I just noticed that the timelines, Yeah. Okay, I'm just hearing collapsing timelines. There was a collapse in old timelines in the last 24 hours. So today is the 11th. If you haven't checked out my channel podcast on Telegram, you can do that. I have made it a private group now, so you might have to email me at aviandoyle.com if you want to join that. I've had to make it private because I've had a lot of unsavory activity, and I just want to keep it protected and safe, and I want to keep us a circle of light in that space, and of course here. So yeah, have you been feeling this? Have you felt that electricity, that building up of energy? It's like a crescendo and like a feeling of like it's going to pop any minute. I'm also getting the visuals of a woman getting bigger and bigger and bigger in the last trimester of her pregnancy and feeling like she's just going to pop and the baby's going to be born. So it's like that tension, or before you bleed on your monthly cycle, there's that buildup of electrical tension and emotion in your body, in your energy field. And sometimes you need to release it by having a big cry. It's that kind of energy, like something's got to give, something's got to shift. And I feel like it's for the better. I feel like we have collapsed an old timeline that was going to take the earth down a road that we did not want to go. I'm just getting all this now, guys. This is all very fresh. This is fresh in off the press, okay? And it's like we were going this way and Spirit went, whoa, let's just let you take a turn that way. And it's getting us back on course. That's what I'm hearing. So I'd love to know if you've been having restless nights. Also last night it took me ages to go to sleep, and I'm usually not someone who takes that long to go to sleep, but I could just feel all this energetic doorways opening and closing, and there was so much going on. And after a week of a lot of calm and quiet inside, now not externally but internally, there was a calmness. I lost that calmness last night, and I felt like Spirit was like there was a rumbling in my energy. And sometimes I feel it also like it's like a buzzing in my feet and in my hands. And I often feel that before there's a shift. I always pick up in advance on timeline shifts. I always remember one time I was living in a beautiful big house on the seafront in a place called Bray in Ireland, in County Wicklow. And it was a big Georgian door and big beautiful steps down, and I loved living there. It was a great time in my life. My housemates were awesome, and I was running down the steps to go on my morning jog, and as I was running down I heard crystal clear, and it's always clear, my angel saying, you're about to shift into a new timeline. And it was so clear, and it took me by surprise because it was as clear as somebody beside me saying, which is what can happen. That clairaudience can be super, super clear. So I feel like our spiritual intuitive gifts are going to be enhanced and advanced. We're going to be accelerated. But I do feel 2021, a lot of it is about work, arising to the challenges, the obstacles, and the blocks on our path, and literally learning how to have that internal stability regardless on the chaos going on around us. COVID was very much a part of teaching us that. No matter what was going on around us, we've had to stay in the eye of the storm, connected into our internal compass, in the center of our being. And when you stay centered, no matter what happens, you're able to manage that. You're able to integrate, embody, heal and release. Breathe, integrate in body, heal and release. And that should be a continuous thing as you're breathing, as you're doing your meditation, as you're going through your day, feeling it in the body, and releasing it out down into the earth. So yeah, I just, it's been quite overwhelming today, uncomfortable at times, like I said, like that building up of energy. But I'm also hearing twist of fate for some of you. So that could be why it feels like quite erratic, twist of fate. And miracles received. Yeah, I keep hearing the word miracle, miracles received. So that will be for some of you. Let me know if you're feeling these energies, if you're restless at night or you're having any kind of unusual ascension symptoms. Also, my appetite has dropped. When that happens, it's often because there's so much going on with the crystalline DNA and all our energy is going into that. So there's little energy left to digest food. I mean, of course, I'm still eating and everything. Of course, I love food and I love eating. But it's like, I'm just not excited about food right now because my energy is otherwise engaged. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're feeling it, and let me know if you've experienced any big twists of fate recently. All the love to you. If you enjoy this video, give me a like. You can subscribe. Take care.